So I'm so sorry about that. Here we go again. I'm talking. I'm not looking about the the timer. So where were we? It's just to create this hook. Yeah. Then we're gonna get a piece of tissue paper. I'm just using toilet paper this time. Just rip up a piece, just as big as your fingernail. I'm gonna use the piece of paper that I just used to draw. Place some glue on there. There. And voila. And I'm gonna get a bamboo skewer. I'm gonna place some glue on the thingy. And on the wire as well. Maybe just dip it in there. Oh, I can't see. Just dip it in there. Not too much though. Oops. And then just wrap the tissue paper around the tip of the hook that we just created and create this. Oh, I'm so sorry. You do not, in this case, we do not have to create this, I'm so sorry. We do not have to create the hook. My fault, my mistake. I was so used to making the other Gerberas that I forgot that we do not. Because for that one, we have another base. And if you have that, you probably know what I mean. And if you don't, those are made with either styrofoam balls or clay. So this is basically all you do. There. I'm gonna dip that gently in glue. Cover it totally with glue. I'm gonna place glue. I'm gonna open it a bit. On the inner template, especially on those stamen, the petals, I mean, to create the disc. There. Insert the whole thingy in there. There's a hole. You just have to. You could also use. Ooh, it's a lot of glue. Use your fingernail art tool or something sharp to thicken the hole. And then we're just gonna wrap the template around the base that we created. You don't want it to be too pointy though. Just keep it, ragged and let's see. You don't want it to be very, very pointy. And if it happens to be pointy, that's fine too. There. And there you go. I hope I was on screen. Let me see. Was I on screen? Yes, I was on screen. And we just keep doing that. We just keep layering. Second will be each much easier. And here we would like to place glue like the whole base, so the center of the template, and then like till half of the petals, halfway, because we want to wrap the center around this template, but we do not want that the stamen, those tiny ends, petals, to be too attached to each other. And then we'll just add the next. And then what I do is I gently, you know, if yours doesn't stay because you're pulling too hard, then I would suggest instead of using for the tissue, instead of using tacky glue, use glue gun for the center. That will make it harder at first and easier as well. And it will immediately dry. Then you won't have to struggle. I'm just shaping mine, as you see. And you create this kind of hairy bud. It's not sharp. Come on, camera. There. Do that for the next layer. Just keep adding the layer. I wish I could fast forward now, but you certainly can. But you might miss out on the tips that I give. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know yet. There you go. And then we're just gonna see, add another layer. If you think the holes are too thin, then you can use this to widen them. Okay? Excuse me. Another layer. I would recommend to use glue for the rest of the stamen, not for the center, or else it will be too thick, because you know when you're using a glue gun, sometimes it could be too much, and then you have this thick layer and it would just be too thick. I'm just going to shape them facing towards me. That's always easier, so I can actually see what I'm doing, because facing towards you so you can see, I know, understand, because you're doing this. Let's make it, but the screen is so tiny I can't see what I'm making. So I just, you know, shape the center a bit so the tissue won't be too revealed, but that's okay too, because I'm gonna paint it. I do not want a purple center, and as I said, I do not have brown, so I just use a light color. Any color will do exactly. You can also use black if you want, or when you have brown, just use brown. Or when you have a leftover of paper that you don't know what to use it for, then this would be perfect to use them, but then you have to paint them. So that's what I did. I had a leftover of this, and just enough for maybe one more, I'm not sure. And there you And then I'm just going to paint them. This way we don't spill paper. But when you're doing that, be sure that you pay attention to how you position the paper or how you position the templates in the studio. Just count those square thingy, whatever it's called in English, and position them that way. Luckily we do have recycling. We do recycle paper here in the Netherlands. Most of the West European country actually. We have these containers in the backyard and they get picked up like once in 2 weeks. And all paper gets recycled. So just keep layering and layering. And you will see, you will create this disc. And this is, I feel, still faster than rolling. But, when you're making flowers, fast is never a good thing. Just fast can end up. So I'm gonna widen my hole a bit bigger. There you go. And you have to take your time, and the more love you spend on the flower, the more beautiful it will get. So I'm facing it towards me again, shaping the template, making it maybe a bit, slightly a bit more compact. There you go. Covering the tissue in the center, and then there you go. You have this. And like I said, I'm gonna paint mine brown. I'm only gonna paint the tip, just the the areas that will be visible, because I still have to you don't have to wait for it to dry, and you will see that when you paint it, how natural it looks. There. And also with this, when you're using different kind of color, sometimes they have a bit of yellowish and white, etc. When you're painting, you also create that illusion that there is white somewhere there in between, I have that too. You won't see it on the video maybe, but maybe no. You can see those dark light spots in between, right? Because the real one has that too. It's not all one color. And it's pretty realistic. Center. So, I did not color all the way because I'm gonna attach the center template, and I do not want them to turn brown because I won't have time to let them dry. And again, I will be adding glue like halfway. So when you look at the side, and then you see half. So take half. And why? It's because, like I mentioned before, the more glue you attach, the higher the glue, the more compact the flower. And I really want these templates to be wrapped around this that we just created, to be more compact. And it will only attach in places where you have glue, obviously. So keep that in mind. You can shape it, of course you can shape it and everything, but it won't attach because there's no glue. So what do you do? So I'm gonna reposition mine a bit in front of my face, so I'm sorry. I'm just putting the templates, the templates that we just attached a bit back. I do not want it completely wrapped around the center. So what I mean with back is so I already did it, now I can show you. Just a bit back, just a bit. There. And then just press at the bottom. Just like that, gently. So this will be attached. And then putting back some templates. There. Reposition them so they like, you know. And they don't, oh my gosh, just camera, please focus. What's wrong with you today? There you go. See? And it does not have to be perfectly symmetric, as you see, so that's fine too. Adding the next 18 minutes. So if you want, you can fast forward till the next, because all I will do is just layer them, but I will be hasty. I will just take my time. And when you're layering, you would like to fill the gaps between between those petals with the next template that you're attaching. So, not on top of each other, but like that. You see the difference? Because as much as possible. That's how you layer. Always. Any flower. There are some exceptions. I mentioned I can think of right now. Very easy is the peony. A lactiflora, or I think it's called seashell peony. Which I can't wait to make someday. I just love making peonies. It's, I don't know, it's such fascinating flowers as well. I think they're so pretty. The way they bloom, they look so intricate, very decorative. And always makes me happy to make one, and just the idea that I can recreate one. It's fun. So there you go. There's your base. Now, there you go. There. Oh, we'll be attaching the next. There. Oh, yeah. Well, this one again, I want to add blue like half. Again, your template, your peach template here in the center will be a bit thinner because I think that's prettier, and that's also how it's supposed to look in real life. Your flower. This is just too thick for my taste. And so you just attach the template and you get this. See? Just separate them a bit there. Those peach templates make it look a bit more messier. I don't know what you would like to do, and separate them is just by putting them back. You know, that's how you shape the flower, or I call it beautify. But that's the best to do when when you're done and the glue is dry. And so again, I'm gonna place glue. You will see that when you do that, you will also create this cone-shaped thingy that we were talking about. A real flower has. And again, take care of your layering. Don't layer them on top of each other. Doesn't have to be perfectly in between, but try to do that as much as